Hey, what's up guys? PATTAY'S from checking in. I guess I'm pretty happy, right? I shouldn't be happy. It is what it is. I was driving back from a pick and Harlem just shut off while I was dying. Needs a fuel pump. I already diagnosed it. It is what it is. So I guess this makes content, you know, for when eventually get a tow. We do have towing through Geico, so it doesn't cost us anything. So this is PATTAY'S Performance setting up a tow, and I'll see you guys when I get back. On how to replace a fuel pump on a Honda Element. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to an episode of PATTAY'S Performance. Today in the driveway, unexpectedly, it happened, our 2003 Honda Element. I think I didn't post on Instagram or on YouTube. I think I posted it just on Facebook. Left me stranded the other day right on the highway. I was driving in the middle of returning from a flip and just shut down while I was cruising. So originally I thought it was my VTEC solenoid. I ended up not being able to get the car restarted, coasted down the highway, and here we are. I verified it was the fuel pump. Very simple and easy. I just did it on the side of the road. There's other ways to do this, but I kind of did it like the quick and dirty way. And it's not 100% to verify. Like this thing does have almost 160,000 miles on it. It is an 03. It probably is time for a fuel pump. I pulled this hose off the intake. You getting that? Okay, and then I squirted some go-go juice, so I starter fluid in here, and the car ran and it died. So now we know, just like the lawnmowers and all the other stuff we work on, it is a fuel-related issue. It's a very easy thing to do. These Honda Elements are getting up in age. I know a lot of you guys in the forums, you guys have been saying how much it is to cost to repair them. These vehicles are a labor of love. This is PATTAY'S Performance purchased this for me at a very good price. So a lot of the work we're putting into it, we're just bringing it up to like fair market value. So we didn't feel like we haven't gotten ripped off yet, unless something bad happens. So anyway, the only reason why we didn't get it fixed that day is because of this. Let's go this way. This is your DELPHI fuel pump. There are other brands out there like AirTechs that we could have gotten the same day, but those are a very bad, cheap quality part. The whole thing of us driving a Honda is for it to be reliable and keep it on the road, so why not defeat that purpose by putting a cheaper part in? DELPHI is an OEM equivalent part, and that's what we had to wait 2 days for. I will put a link in the description to get this. This does carry a lifetime warranty, which is very important to us. I like warranties. So let's see what we got here in the box. I've never done one of these before on a Honda. So this seems like this is our hold down ring, our gasket. And our fuel pump. Usually this is attached somewhere. Oh, okay. Should be like so. But when I take out the old pump, I want to verify it goes like this before I click it in. You guys see that? Let's hold that out. Okay, seems fairly easy. One electrical connector and one fuel fitting. Now there are specialty tools to take off this fuel fitting. We're gonna try no specialty tools needed, right? Not everybody has a variety or assortment of tools. All right guys, so for the tools needed for this job, okay? Hammer. We're gonna use the hammer with a brass punch. If you don't have a brass punch, the next step is using a regular punch or a flat-bladed screwdriver at your own risk. Remember, when you do metal on metal, you're risking creating a spark. You're dealing with fuel, dealing with vapor, so might create a sticky situation for you. So that's going to be at your own risk. You're going to use a brass punch because we have one. Okay. Phillips number 2 screwdriver to access the fuel pump. Okay. And then we have our flat tip screwdriver. I'm actually going to use these to pry up panels, and God forbid, for some reason, we can't get that lock ring off. We're going to shake hands with danger, and we're going to have to knock it off with this flat bladed screwdriver. Okay. I happened to just get a full tank of fuel before this happened. So we have this drip pan here that I'm going to try and minimize the fuel spillage. You don't want to spill fuel. It's going to smell pretty nasty in your car. Do to get rid of it. And of course, an assortment of rags. All right, guys, so our fuel pump is over here somewhere. We do not have to drop our tank. So now we have to access this area to get to it. So the first thing I did is I got my flat tip screwdriver, put it up against here, and pop this out. This comes right out like so. The next thing I did is I started to work my way around the panel to pull our rubber mat off. Now this is our hoopty per se, so you don't have to take ginger love and care, but here's our access panel right here. So just continue to work your way around the interior till you have enough space to get to this access panel. And then you guys can see here, we have our 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4 back here for Phillips number 2 screw. So let me just continue to work my way around the panel to access this, and we're good to go. In order for me to access the fuel pump, I actually ended up removing this piece as well on the passenger side. And I just folded it back. So now we have full access to our 4 Phillips head number 2 screws. So just take those out. Now, right here is our fuel pump. Okay? Can you zoom in on this? Mm-hmm. You got it? Mm-hmm. So right here is we're supposed to apparently need a special tool to squeeze these clips, and we're going to try and do them by hand. 2 fingers. Oh, look, and this comes right out. Okay, there's a little bit of fuel that came out. No worries, we'll get our rag. Now this thing was ran out of fuel, so there is no pressure to relieve. Right? It's not getting fuel. Okay? Stick this to the side out of the way and hope. Put a rag on there to stop it. This plastic piece right here we must save, because that did not come with the new pump. So let's remove that very gingerly. You know, we'll remove that once we get out. Next is our electrical connector. There's this tab right here. Can you see the tab? Push it towards you, and boom, we're out. Next step is now to remove this lock ring. All right, so here at the lock ring, you see these nubs here? You're gonna take your punch or your screwdriver, whatever you're using. You gotta position it around this nub. We have to hit this counterclockwise. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So we're going counterclockwise, and we're going lefty-loosey. And hopefully this will just budge. If not, then we got, there we go. It moved. Now this is probably why they give you a new one, because as I'm hitting this, it's mangling it. So let's see. Alright, we're gonna have to go we're gonna shake hands with danger. with caution, at your own risk. See that? That's exactly what you're looking for. So your tip is when you do the screwdriver, you want to try and have it on an angle as much as you can, because you're trying to drive it to the left in a counter-clockwise motion. Alright, so you just got to keep going. Easier. There we go. So we're filming through our iPhone 8. If you guys are new to the channel, then you guys know that our original setup, about $2,000, was an actual casualty of this hurricane that we just had. So we weren't planning on doing any videos. I'm not using my GoPro anymore. Once we upgraded to the camera, I'm not going backwards. GoPro is very frustrating to use and edit compared to a camera. It's very, very seamless. Alright, so here we go. See, now I'm able to twist it by hand. So that means we're at the home stretch. So let's just see if we can stick this in here. There we go. Are we free? Yeah, we're free. Alright. It's popped up. Yes, let me go get my pan. Okay. Remove this cap. See, now we know where that gasket goes. This is why I like taking things. That's why I also like looking at parts before I replace them. So I just have a general idea. Stick that connector there. Here is our fuel pump. It's loaded with fuel. I don't know if you guys could hear that. So I'm letting it kind of drain the fuel, because remember, it is full. And then we will tilt it to get our level sensor out. So we're going to tilt it towards the back of the truck, towards the trunk, like so. And you're just going to feel for the sensor. We twisted it up towards you guys and it's out. Here it is.
It's a fuel pump.
So now you guys have an idea. See this? This is where our gasket goes. See? Now we know how it goes together.
Mm-hmm. Like delivering a child.
So here is our replacement pump. So let's set it up just like they have it.
Looks small.
Okay, so this went here. See how this edge is on top? Right there, so we have to slide this on. Be very careful. This kind of sucks. You have to go over this mechanism here for the tank without damaging it. So with tender love and care. Okay, we'll stick that around here. See that? Remember, this lip right here is on top. You got a good view of that?
Yeah. For those doing this for the first time at home, is it okay that the original pump looks longer than the newer one?
It's the same.
This part, though?
Let's see when we hook this up. You also notice that this one is higher up.
Interesting.
Than this. Alright, so we stick it in like that. And we'll click this in. See that? Now it's clicked in. You got that? All right, so let me get this out of the way and we'll slide our pump. Extra step. This is something I like to do on my own. If you guys don't want to do this, that's entirely up to you. This is like a gel paste you could buy at the automotive store. This is for electrical connections only. Uh-oh, with the rain got me. Oops.
Blooper.
So anyway, this is our electrical connector, right? And this is like a jello or grease and it keeps corrosion out. So what I want to do is just stick it on there and slide it in. Remember, this pump is at the bottom of the vehicle and exposed to the elements. You never want moisture to come inside. Like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do that. That is at your own. Obviously, because I do a lot more, I always keep this handy. So, the same way we took it out is the same way we're gonna put this in. So remember we had the pump tilted towards the back of the truck and we rotated it in like so. Seamless. What is it here? Okay, I'm just gonna put that in. Okay. And then now we're just gonna stick this in there. Some pressure. I just want to make sure. See, this goes here. Perfect. All right. All right, guys. So we're going to stick the fuel pump in the tank. So what we're going to do now is we're going to this gasket, right? As you press it down, feel with your hands to make sure the gasket is in the tank. If not, with one hand, move it in. If you can't get it in, move up the tank, move up the fuel sending unit just a little bit and push it down. Now you know you're completely in. When you push this down, you're gonna hear a popping sound and you know you're in. You're gonna let go and it sits right there. There is this arrow right here. I made a mark right here and that's where you want the arrow to start. So the only way you can tell by doing that is you take this and you're gonna hear it click in. And that's when you know that's our entry point to start turning. Oh, see, it's not even. Cool. Right, now that we're in, now the same thing what we did the last time, right? Nice and easy. You can feel the threads around this tank to make sure it goes nice and easy. Oh, excuse me. Now we're going to do the same thing on the flattest angle possible because you don't want to damage this lock ring. We're just going to tap this around. See that? Nice and easy. You're just gonna feel that this doesn't want to turn no more. And you have a good idea that this is on. Let's just give it a couple more taps. You know we're good. All right, now we have to go to our original pump. Cut. All right, so technically, this should have came with the new fuel pump. We do not want to break this. So this is held on by this little clip here. So what you want to do is just pop this out like so, and then do the same thing with the other side. You do not want to break this because then you're screwed. And this is what it looks like. So then let's stick this, take this nub off. Now that's installed. You heard that click. Let's take that connector. And if you want to have that in so it's not, see that, give that a nice pull, make sure it's nice and tight. Then we take our fitting, our connector, our electrical connector, and we will install it. Pushing it like so. You heard that click? All right, guys, it's repaired. Let's just see what we got. Moment of truth. Fire in the hole. Perfect, we have a winner. All right, guys, so that video is a wrap. I really appreciate you guys coming along. Like I said, no special tools needed. Very easy, very straightforward, okay? There are a multitude of ways to diagnose your food pump. I'm not going to sit there and say I know everything. I admit I am terrible at electrical work, but the basics would be to check fuses, check your fuel pump relay, or, you know, the most easiest thing for me to do is, since the fuel pump is easily accessible, is get to the access panel, get to the fuel pump, disconnect the plug, and verify that we have power. Also, you know, that fuel pump is an electric motor. You should be able to hear that run. Sometimes you could diagnose a fuel pump by hearing it typically running. So, I mean, if my suggestion to you guys was, verify the go-go juice, verify it's a fuel issue, okay? Then disconnect the fuel pump and test for power at the fuel pump. If you've got power going to the fuel pump, and when you turn the key and try and crank it and you don't hear it kicking on and trying to run, then you definitely know that that is a fuel pump issue, and go along and replace it. A mechanic shop would probably charge you a fair amount of money, depending on how honest that they are. You know, are they going to tell you that it has an access panel or not? I mean, I have no idea. They would probably charge you at minimum, anywhere from an hour to 2 hours labor. It took us less than an hour. It took us less than a half hour. But if you round it up, you know, that's what a lot of people like to do, round up at least an hour's labor. Depending on how greedy they are, they can go, you know, a little bit further. Oh, they have to charge a diagnostic fee too. Diagnostic fee, part, and labor. So you're probably looking at, you know, they have to make money on the part, which is fine. You have to understand that businesses have overhead, insurance, employees, bills to pay for. You know, that's what factors into all the labor charges. So anyway, hopefully you guys saved a crap ton of money. Save your receipt for warranty purposes. We love receipts for warranties. All right, we just started a binder on our Honda Element. Couple of parts, lifetime parts. Also, it's a good track to keep a maintenance record. So that's what we like to do around here. So anyway, hopefully you guys found this video helpful and informative. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Guess what? I'll see you guys on the next episode of PATTAY'S Performance. And don't forget, the missus and I, we go live every 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time, okay? Special shout out to Bill's Towing here on Long Island. Got to us in a quick and time-efficient manner. Believe it or not, he beat us back to the house. Left him a fantastic review on Yelp. It's our first time using them. Hopefully our last. If you have a Honda Element, you know, the foundation of my channel is small engine related. But from time to time, as we go through our Honda and other vehicles that come through the driveway, it will be posted. All right, guys, so don't feel free to check out the other videos on our Honda Element and everything else on the channel. Later.